doing?
We're good and we're rolling. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
You're very welcome.
Cheers,
Final
man.
one.
And bringing beer.
Of course. Of course. We're at Crossroads today. One of my favorite bars.
Love this place, man. Yeah.
Same here. I played here a few times during winter.
Yeah.
And COVID hit and ruined everything for us.
Oh, yeah.
How did you manage during COVID?
Unfortunately for other people, I'm going to say it was really good for me because everyone was stuck inside, so I was doing a lot of music. So it seems like a lot of people were recording, were writing songs in their home.
Of course. And everybody wanted to record.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been busier, man. It's crazy.
Nice.
It was crazy.
Toby Farrugia, introduce yourself, man.
Oh, yeah, Toby, whatever. Toby's enough. It's
so what do you do?
Well, I'm a music producer and a DJ as well. I've been producing for, 17 years now? Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, if I know how to do math right, no, I don't. 2003. So,
we're getting old.
We'll do that. That's better, man.
That's all we've established during this intro is that we're getting old.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
Awesome.
And it's still our first beer. So.
And that's still our... is it our first?
Okay,
is it? Love it. No, man, I love this place. So thanks to Crossroads for hosting us and having us, definitely.
Oh, we got to have a jam, man, for sure here one day. For sure, man.
We are actually cooking some stuff, so that's going to be fun. And
but we're going to have to have a live rock jam here, man.
Looking forward. Looking forward to that, man. Cheers. Cheers. So, you're very much an outdoors guy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, love it, man.
That's really cool. So what do you do outdoors most of the time?
Well, being far away from people as possible, I mean...
That is so true.
Yeah,
right.
that's coming maybe with age, I don't know, but I just love being in the studio and working alone. Of course, with other artists as well,
Cool.
But in my free time, I love camping and trekking and like going to places where no one really goes,
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, I
That's
love
awesome.
it, man. And just sleeping under the stars, It's awesome, man.
I mean, you know where I'm from, and the desert is a big part of my life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's one thing I really, really miss is just being in the middle of nowhere, under the stars, in a tent, just hanging out.
That's one place I haven't been yet, man.
Really?
Desert. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd love to take it, man.
My brother actually ran the marathon de Sable, man, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nuts.
All right, so he's like a proper...
I'm not that nuts.
All right, no. So like I'm not that much.
He's a robot,
I'm not that big of an athlete.
No, athlete, no.
That's awesome.
I'll pace myself.
Yeah, I take it easy. I take it easy. Yeah. That's really cool, man. So when it comes to like outdoor stuff, you like tracking and so on, and actually just the whole camping lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, I love off-roading as well, so...
That's where I wanted to get, because I've seen your truck outside.
That's my drug, man. My truck and my quad bike, So
yes, of course.
Super souped-up quad bike, so...
Yeah, so that's a big thing.
That's like my stress release, man.
My stress release lately has been people.
Yeah? Cool. Well, people can be good as well.
It's a joke. Relax. All right? It's all about the love here. All right. So... when did you realize music was the thing that you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
Well, I started playing piano at 6. So, and my family are all musicians. Like, my mom's a soprano, my dad is a tenor. My uncle plays violin, another cousin plays drums, another one plays piano. So the family is pretty musical,
That is amazing. I didn't know that. No, I knew that you had some family members that were into music, but I didn't know like the whole family.
No, it's true.
See, that's really cool because my whole family's in aviation. I'm the only idiot without a pilot license in my family.
Well, music is another fucking accomplishment.
That's great.
For sure.
That's cool,
you can
man.
bleep that out.
No, I won't. It's all about being transparent here,
awesome,
man.
Cool.
No, but that's what the Pod Forbid is about. Awesome. Pod Forbid is a podcast where we get to be us and just have a good time.
That's good, especially in today's day and age. Jesus Christ, man.
I know, man.
It's getting a bit much, man.
I know it is a little bit too much.
Oh,
it's all about having a good time and chilling with friends and having a couple of drinks.
Awesome.
And finding out more about them. I mean, I never knew your family played music. And
so I've been playing music since I was a kid. Well, I was sort of forced to play piano, but I know teacher used to hit me on my fingers when I make a mistake.
No way! It's like proper old school.
Wait, I'm not 60, man. It sounds like 1920, man.
I love that. That's amazing. Were schools in Malta very strict in that sense?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My school was super strict, man.
No way.
Oh, man, they used to lift me up from my hair over here, off the ground, It was a bit nuts.
Oh, man,
it was nuts, man, compared to today, I mean... I agree with discipline, but sometimes it's a bit much. But now we've gone the complete other way, so balance is good, man.
Balance is good. I saw kids the other day, and it was just some of the stuff they get away with nowadays.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
And that's why I don't have kids.
Well, same here, 2 dogs.
I I have a cat.
Yeah,
I have a
easier,
cat.
man.
Exactly, less maintenance.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right. So, when you got into music at the
Yeah.
beginning, as you were thinking of going into classical music and stuff, that's what you were playing.
Well, I was sort of, apart from all the other hobbies and stuff I was doing, piano was one of them, so
Right.
I really never thought I was going to continue in music, to be honest. It's 6, man, you don't really know what you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
But then, I don't know, then I started playing drums, then I played guitar, then I played bass, played with a number of bands as well.
Nice.
So growing up in my teens, I played with lots of different styles of bands, from like jazz to rock to alternative as well.
Right.
To death metal as well, so I did a bit of everything,
Love it.
In fact, I mean, even when I produce nowadays, I don't like sticking to one genre, Everyone knows me from being a DJ and producing dance music
Yeah,
mainly,
of course.
But then again, I do
I mean,
like...
you are an award winner of that genre.
Of dance music,
dance
yes,
music,
of course,
so there you go.
for sure. Sorry, I don't like hearing that, but it's fine.
It is true. It is the truth. It's the truth. You can't handle the truth.
But then, like, I do productions for scores for movies and documentaries as well, so any genres, and then I work with artists who are hip-hop or trap or anything, you know
Wow,
what I mean?
okay.
So different styles as well.
All right, that's amazing. All right, because I thought you focused a lot mainly on dance
No,
music.
no,
But
well-
then I know that lately you've been working a lot with
A lot of different artists,
a lot of
for
different
sure.
artists. I mean, anything you'd like to mention and promote, by all
Well,
means,
there's-
use our platform. Abuse us.
There's a lot of different people I'm working with at the moment. I mean, I'm doing songs from the States to UK
Right.
to someone in Afghanistan, strangely enough. Man.
Really?
It's really crazy.
That's awesome, man.
And then a lot of Maltese as well. I mean, I've done stuff with a lot of projects with David Casartorigiani at the moment.
Of course.
He's an amazing
Give a
guitarist.
shout out to Dave.
For sure, man.
Definitely, man.
So we've done a side project.
1 second.
Of course.
Dave, whenever you want. You can jump on the podcast whenever
Yeah,
you
for
want,
sure,
brother.
man.
Definitely.
He'll have a lot more to talk about than me. He's playing with like
He's
10
busy.
other
He's busy
friggin'
lately.
bands.
He is busy. I
For
know.
sure, man.
I know, definitely.
So we just released something with. He used to be in a band called Man and White.
Okay.
With the singer was Mark
Yes.
Malia.
Yes.
And they approached me to do something new to sort of rekindle the 80s,
Definitely.
the band they were in together.
That was really nice.
And we just released that last week as well. It's something very different from my style as well.
Yep.
It's pretty dark, you
You'll
know.
find the link to that in the description of the podcast. Definitely once it's released.
Awesome.
That is awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Oh, it's
Plug
tons
that
of other
in, for
projects.
sure.
I'm writing songs for Juno Valdez as well at the moment. She's a great female singer, vocalist as well. Funnily enough, I'm actually working on something Maltese as well, sang in Maltese, which is like
Nice.
traditional folk,
Right.
but they want to convert it into modern.
So it's like Anna, but
yeah.
with a twist.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
It's going to be a challenge for sure, but I love challenges, man.
There you go, man.
Then
That's-
we're doing our stuff together as
Definitely,
well.
definitely. That will be released later. Later, you'll find out more about that in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really cool, man. I mean, that what really gobsmacked me was right now the whole Anna into
Yeah.
2020s. And I'm
Thank
looking
you, man.
forward to
yeah,
hearing
me too,
that.
man.
Definitely.
I haven't started
I
yet,
haven't
so
started yet.
we'll see how
All
that
right.
goes, man. But I'm sure it's going to be something different, man.
So looking forward to that. That's going to sound like a
Thank
lot
you.
of fun, man.
Yeah.
So when did dance music come into play?
So I think I started producing in 2001, 2002, something like that. My first song came out in 2003. And
Nice.
funnily enough, I had been working on some stuff before that, which was pretty crap because I just basically started. And I
Yeah.
had sent the 2 songs to EMI in UK.
Right. How did that
And
go?
they got back to me after 2 years. So I had already scrapped those songs and thought they were crap and threw them away. And they got back to me after 2 years and said that they wanted to sign those 2 songs. And I was like, there's no way, man. You're signing those 2 songs.
Yeah.
Hear my new stuff, you know?
All
And they
right.
heard the new stuff. And since then, I mean, I'm still signed to them today. So, yeah.
Wow, all right. So,
was a good
so how
start,
does that
yeah.
work? Do you release on a regular basis with them?
Well,
or do
they're
you
my
just produce-
publishers, so I produce
Right.
what the hell I want, and they choose the songs that they want to sign. So
That's amazing.
I'm not
All right.
limited. They can't tell me who to work with, not to work with, and what to release and stuff. So
That's a
it's the
contract
best
from
deal.
heaven.
No, for sure. I didn't want to have
Definitely.
a record deal
Yes.
because you're completely tied to absolutely everything they say.
For any-
So at least like this, I have freedom to work with who I want to as well.
So was that your only experience with the industry?
my only experience?
With the industry was
No.
that was it? Oh, okay, good. 'Cause
No.
So compared to other experiences you've had,
Yeah.
so I assume all of us musicians that have been around for a while would have been screwed over by a record label at some point.
Times over, for sure, man.
Definitely.
I've had people telling me, open the champagne tomorrow, you got to check for 300,000 in the bank, and like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're young and you're starting off and stuff, you really have no idea who these people are and whatever they're talking about. In fact, there are people who I, stupidly enough, believed and gave them the rights to my songs.
Right.
And they're still making money off that, you know what I mean?
Well, been there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that crap.
I've got a few friends who we were in the studio very, very recently. We were in the studio and we were talking about some tracks that have been released. Some of them have been released by friends of mine which are being right now remixed over and over and over again. Yeah. And it's just the way the market works, the way the industry is.
No, it's the biggest mistake we can make.
It's ruthless, and so to all the new kids out there, what advice would you give them?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Make sure who you're speaking to and that you have everything on paper and signed so no one can touch it. And if you want, I mean, there's a lot of politics and crap involved if you want to take people to sue them and whatever, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But automatically when you make the song, that's already copyright in itself. So, for example, if I produce a song today, there's the date and everything on that when I wrote the song, so that on its own automatically is a copyright. So.
Yep. But again, don't forget
legal advice helps a lot.
Legal advice is takes you a long, long way for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's great. So you've heard it here from Toby. To all you new noobs out there who are looking to get into the music industry, which is an amazing thing. And that's, I think, what advice would you give Maltese musicians who are just starting off right now?
Well, back in the day, it was very different for me because it was much harder to approach labels and stuff like that, you know, with all the sources and platforms where you can promote your own stuff. Just get your music, believe in your stuff before you release your first track. Make sure it's the best you can be, you know what I mean? Because I've done the mistake myself, you know, but it was the best I could be back then, you know. So if I hear that stuff now, I'm like, Jesus, no, man, you know. But that's why we evolve. So, But try and be the best that you can before you release your song. Don't be in a rush to get out a song just because you want to be out there. Take time to focus on the song and take your time to make the best that you could possibly be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then approach as many labels as possible, you know, and don't take their words for it as well, because a lot of people promise you a lot of crap which never really evolves. So.
That's true.
And there are a lot of labels who actually wants to help, but there are a lot of people who want to screw you over as well, you know, so
just watch out. That's true. But again, with musicians who are just starting off, guys, just keep at it. It's not something that happens overnight.
No, and make sure you do it for the fun of it first of all, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If nothing happens from it, at least you're having fun doing it, man, you know?
It's one of the things that kept me with music. I mean, 23 years in now, it's just doing it because I love it.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
And if you don't love it, forget it.
No. The money is like really back there, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's just a byproduct. It's the byproduct of doing something you love. This is how I see it, at least. You know, doing it. Playing music, to me, especially publicly or once you write something new and fresh, and you've experimented for so long, and you took it to this whole new area that you thought you were exploring of yourself, and then that's where the love is. And I mean, obviously, the equivalent to guitars is learning a new riff that you thought was extremely hard, and then eventually you've mastered it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's just that there's that, you know, self-challenge.
And you're always growing. You're always going to learn something new as well.
That's so true.
But if you lose the heart of it, then you might as well pick up another hobby, man. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Totally, man. If you lose the fun of it, then there's no point in doing it in the first place.
I mean, I don't believe in music being just a hobby. It's a language, you know? It's a language that you learn to speak at some point.
I call it my life, to be honest, because without it, there's no way that I'd be still here, you know, sitting right in front of you. But if you lose the passion for it and the go-to, you know, because it's my go-to thing, you know what I mean? Even though I've been doing it for so long and it's my job,
it's crazy
still my go-to de-stress, you know what I mean? If I want to blow off steam, I'm going to go and play an instrument, write a song, you know, whatever.
I totally understand you.
Like other people would go kick a football, you know what I mean? This is what we do. So.
Exactly. No, I totally understand that, man. It's crazy because I'm the same. Like, no matter how stressed I am, I think that's the only reason why I'm sane is because I could plug my guitar into my Marshall amp, chill out, and just play. And I would just play for hours on end. Yeah. And it's one of those things that helps you stay sane, I believe.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
To some people, obviously, it's football. Some people, but it's the equivalent of that to us.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really cool, man.
Well, it's sort of our drug, you know, in a way.
True.
So,
that is so true, and that's how I see it. I mean,
completely, man. Definitely. I mean, I can't see myself not doing music. You know, there's no way, man.
Speaking of mental health, recently with all the COVID stuff, apparently there has been spikes and all sorts of stuff lately.
I'm sure, man.
I mean,
especially
people.
Well, my girlfriend was actually quarantined here which was supposed
Lucky
to be
you.
in Spain, so that was
Lucky
cool.
you,
Yeah,
right.
because it would have been like 3-4 months apart, so it would have been nuts. So we were just like getting out of the house as much as we can, going absolutely nowhere, trying to get lost, going in the middle of the
That is amazing.
fields and the greenery and swimming. I mean, we've been swimming since February, so.
Nice. Nice. I've been swimming March, I think I started. Do you dive?
Oh, yeah, I've been 20 years now diving,
No
man.
way,
Yeah,
man. All right, cool.
1998, man.
Nice. All right. It's crazy we never spoke about this because I love diving as well.
I know, the only problem is time, man.
Of course. I mean, thank you for doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
I know how hard it is for you to
It's
come
nuts,
here.
man.
No, honestly.
I mean, last year I think I went diving once, man. That's insane, man.
Really?
Oh, man. And I just love
last
diving.
Last year, I know I love diving too.
It's
man.
another world,
It's another.
man.
It's another
Completely,
thing, man. Yeah. What are you certified?
What do I?
What certifications have
PADI,
you?
man.
PADI? All right.
Yeah,
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 same here.
No,
I mean,
advanced. I mean, I was doing
advanced.
my instructor, but got bored of it, so I'm not going to use it, so what's the
Fair,
point, man?
fair. No, I'm up to rescue, but I did a lot of commercial stuff as well. So
Oh,
for me,
cool.
it was commercial mainly.
Wow.
But yeah. No, man. I mean, I've started. I think it was in 2008. I started with Pete Priest. If you're listening, man, shout out to you. One of my first instructors.
Yeah?
Yeah. Back
Cool,
home.
man.
Yeah. It was good fun. But he's the one that got me into it, and then I kind of just forgot about it for a few years.
Yeah.
Then obviously where I come from, there was a bit of conflict and so on.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
leaving that aside, it ended up going into couldn't dive, couldn't do any, couldn't have much fun.
Yeah.
So when
But
I
you've
traveled,
been diving a couple of places here, I hope, right?
yes, I have.
Okay.
I mean, I've done
It's the best
my
wrecks
last
we have,
one,
man.
dude.
For
of
sure,
course. What's your favorite dive spot here?
Al Farud,
I'm a Farrugia, man. Yeah.
for sure. Man.
That is a great dive site.
Yeah,
I mean,
we don't have many fish, but at least we got wrecks, man.
that is true.
No
that's
fish
true.
left,
No
man.
fish left. Actually, speaking of which, I saw a huge John Dory next to Farrugia.
Wow, that's
and we're
rare,
talking,
man.
and we're talking about a proper
That's
size.
rare, because they're
John
still
Dory.
fishing there, man. Even though they're not supposed to
Really?
be, they're still fishing.
Man, because do you know where I want to go? I want to go to Filfla.
You can't go to Filfla.
I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I've been to Filfla.
You've
I've
been?
dived
Right.
Filfla, yeah.
You dove there.
Yeah.
That's something I would
Absolutely
love
no
to
fish,
experience.
nothing.
There's nothing
just
left?
bombs, man. Bombs
Really?
everywhere, man.
Oh, I'd love
so
that.
you can't touch anything, so you have to swim like this.
It's
man,
like,
you know?
so stay away from that.
It's
Stay away
still
from
the
that grenade.
experience of doing it, and
Of
you have
course.
to book like a month in advance and everything, and you have the boat ride and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's pretty strict, man. Very
Oh,
strict.
wow.
But there's no fish. I mean, everyone
Let's
thinks there's
do
sharks
this.
and stuff.
Let's do this.
For sure, man.
Let's
For
do
sure.
this,
I've got a
man.
friend who can organize it for us.
That is amazing. All
For
right,
sure.
no, we'll talk about this after the podcast for
Awesome,
sure.
man.
That is something I'm seriously
For sure.
interested in, and I didn't know.
Oh man, I love diving in Malta. I mean, I've dived in Thailand, in Gran Canaria,
Yeah, of
and
course.
other places, but I mean, the clarity of the water here is nothing like it, man.
Have you noticed that north of the island the water is blue, south of the island the water is green?
Well, it's because of the fish farms, man, mainly.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
All right, but I mean, I just thought it was one of those things that really had me. I was like, this has got something to do either with
Gozo
sunlight.
is even better.
Oh, sorry, Gozo.
Gozo is even better. It's even
Right?
clearer.
Is really?
Yeah.
Obviously because there's less people there. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, the fish farms bring a lot of bacteria and crap from it, so you
course.
see all the sludge and stuff.
True.
Unfortunately,
True.
yeah.
So, and that's one thing. I mean, we stand up for definitely. I'm doing a lot of environmental work now.
Awesome.
So that's something I'm looking to get into heavily. Guys, if whoever's listening is into this, please don't hesitate to contact us at any point in time.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us what you guys are doing. Tell us what's new, and that's something I'll be looking forward to hearing from. Man, but regarding environmental work, right now I'm starting off with like all the small stuff. Like. You go to the beach, you gotta clean up after yourself.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
We do that every time we're going to trek or camping. man.
Exactly. I know that. I've been around with
the
you.
thing that pisses me off the most, though. So we go to a camping site. It's full of litter because
Yeah.
families have been there and whatever. We'd pick up the whole stuff,
Yeah.
fill like 10 garbage bags, come back next weekend, and it's covered again.
It's
man.
the same.
It's ridiculous.
It's
man.
the same. That's true. That's something. I mean,
Yeah, man, it's nuts.
and again, if you could, by all means, whoever's listening,
Just pick
go
up
to the
your
beach,
crap, man.
pick up your stuff, guys. Just don't leave it
Really,
lying around.
you're gonna
It's
go back
horrible.
to the same place anyway.
Exactly.
So I don't know, man.
Olivia, we got a joke. It's just because we love our watermelon.
Yeah.
Because we're African.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I love watermelon.
I know. All right. So what happens is you go to the beach, and then there's just peels upon peels of watermelon everywhere.
Oh yeah, because it's biodegradable.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's
Still,
stinks. And
man.
you're like,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
just pick your shit up. And
Yeah,
leave.
man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's-
Especially the beer cans. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
man.
right. Yeah. Chisk cans
I
that
was
have turned
snorkeling in
purple.
Gozo last weekend,
Really?
and I was in a secluded area, which you can
Right.
only get to by walking for like 6 kilometers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But then there are the people on the boats. So you can berth in a boat.
True.
And chuck all your beer in the sea.
Wow.
There were like 15, 20 beer cans at the bottom of the sea. It's ridiculous,
joking,
man.
No, that's
Ridiculous,
stupid. The
man.
last one, actually, that is true. I've experienced that. I was at Maui in Valletta.
Yeah.
I did the. When was the last time you've done the Maui?
Oh, ages ago, man.
right.
But the visibility is disaster there,
But there's
man.
nothing left.
Oh, yeah, it's completely... I mean, the last time I
There's
went was a
not
piece
much
of
left.
metal.
There's-
So.
That's exactly
Yeah,
it. Because
yeah.
remember that storm we had about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That messed it all up.
Yeah?
Yes, I mean there's not much left of it. I mean there used to be a Prius there, which they've removed finally.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
Jesus
There used to be a
Christ.
Prius that got removed finally.
Oh, my God.
But speaking of beer cans, I mean I've found skulls, I've gone bottles
Crazy,
of
man.
cheers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
find everything down
Yeah.
there, man.
Yeah.
But that's amazing, man. I didn't know you dove.
Oh, yeah, well, I used to love it. Let's put it that way.
All right, okay.
I wish I had more time for
Dude,
it.
let's make some more time.
For
Let's
sure,
make this happen
man.
for sure, man. I'm looking forward to this.
For sure.
That should be fun. What would be your first spot to go and see again? Farrugia?
I haven't done Chirkewa in a while, so that'd be
Alright.
cool. I love the visibility there as well.
Yeah,
so-
Chirkewa, I mean-
unless it's choppy, then it sucks.
Yeah, this is different. Yeah, but now usually it's pretty straightforward. I mean,
Yeah.
right now you can see it easy, but you get up to 10.
And now you got 2 wrecks instead of 1. Well, now it's been
Now,
there a
yeah.
while, but yeah, for me now because I think I've done them once.
All right, it's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Back to the music. I'm joking.
So back to music. Speaking of which, no, I want to
Yeah.
get back to the love life.
Okay.
So, you told me your girlfriend has been here, so you've been actually spending a lot of time with her
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
on. That's really cool because I know a lot of people who ended up not being able to see their loved
It
ones.
must be the
due to-
worst,
It
man.
was horrible,
Yeah.
definitely, for sure. And they're just going crazy. And
For sure.
you managed to make sure that you
Yeah,
stayed
we were
sane.
lucky that she was here when it actually broke out. So
That's really cool.
and she couldn't leave because Spain was really bad, you know. So.
I heard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. I mean, it's been all over the news and stuff. Speaking of which, back to music. Kanye West is running for president.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Change.
Kanye West is running for
No
president.
comment, man.
Dude,
I
I
mean,
love
how
it.
stupid can you be, man?
The funniest meme I saw today was July came in, right? It was like, July, just get in, have a drink, relax. Or it sounds like a bartender talking
Yeah.
to a guy, right? Who's always into trouble, all right? So just relax. And then you got Kanye West at the bottom says, wait, hold my drink, all right? And that's exactly what happened.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Thinking about it, man, it is horrible.
No,
so
man.
if you were to choose to vote and between
Mm-hmm.
Trump or Kanye, who would that be? Who do you vote for?
They're both shit, man. I wouldn't dare vote for any of them. Okay, Kanye's for definitely the worst.
I'd vote for Trump, and I'm on a ban
for
list.
sure, I
and
mean-
I'm on a ban list. All right, but
I mean, I
still,
wouldn't vote for Trump, but out of them, yeah, I'd vote for Trump,
Definitely,
unfortunately,
definitely.
because, come on, man. It's
No,
just
for sure.
showing what... Okay, I won't get it further, man. Leave it there, man.
Leave
It's
it there.
fine.
Let's put a
Yeah,
pin
yeah.
in it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about this off the air. For sure, man.
Yeah.
No, but it's one of those things. Dude, I just noticed you're covered in tattoos.
Well, I got a few, yeah.
You got a few?
Yeah.
That is really cool. But is this mainly tribal? No.
Yeah, Maori, man.
Maori?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Got another one. This is the first one I've done on my leg, actually. I was 18 when I did it.
Legal. All right.
Sorry, Mom.
That's it.
Yeah, we were actually 12 guys, and we all got a tattoo on the same day. So we were there
Nice.
from morning till evening. Man.
Nice.
It's crazy, man.
Nice. What do they all mean, though? Do you know?
Well, funnily enough, this was the second one I've done. I have to touch this one up again.
Right.
It's actually friends holding on to each other.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
And the guy was actually surprised when I lifted up my arm to continue. Because he said,
Right.
usually we stop here. I'm like, no.
No. Keep going, bro. Keep
In
going.
fact, I need to do these as well. And
Top one is beautiful.
the designs are actually done by
Yeah.
myself. So.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
And Woody is the guy who did the... Bobby, sorry.
Bobby.
Bobby's the guy who did them.
The father or the son?
The son.
The son.
His father did my leg.
No.
Yeah,
Of course he
and then
did.
I went back to him to do the rest.
Nice.
And I just love his ink, man. His ink just doesn't fade, man. you
Fair
know?
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, he's. I mean, their history.
Plus, he's an amazing guy, so.
Their history is they have a legacy going.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the few that were doing
For
all the
sure.
cool tattoos back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah,
and so
for sure,
on.
man.
So yeah,
Definitely.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
There is up to date with everything. Mm-hmm. That's really cool, man. So who's your go to now? Still?
No, I'll only go to him, man.
Oh,
for
fair
sure,
enough.
man. Yeah,
mean,
I need to stop a bit though because I might get covered, man.
So you never just get one tattoo.
No, it's
could you?
impossible.
I
man.
know, man. You just end up just getting over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, I love tattoos. And
Just get one last one.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
always
yeah.
that one last one.
When
And
you've
I
got
think
no
I'm
more
done.
skin to cover.
Exactly. Before you know it, you go, right, I think it's that. See, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any. It's only because I'm a pussy. All right? Honestly, that's the only reason why I don't have tattoos. All right,
Okay.
but I would love to. I'd love to get some. But one thing I don't understand is the tattoos that are on the hands. No matter how good looking a chick is, think about this.
Yeah.
No matter. I mean, this is just my opinion. Don't hate me. But have you ever thought of that?
No, I've never actually thought about it.
Cool. What are the places that you would never get touched by ink?
Oh, you're right here, man.
That's
Too
painful. That's
man.
painful, though.
That's dying,
That's
man.
painful.
There on the bottom of your foot. No way, man.
Really?
No, man.
Oh shit. Okay, I never knew about the bottom of the foot.
Oh, yeah. In fact, there used to be someone in Valletta.
Yeah.
And this is what I've heard because I
Yeah,
haven't met the guy. But
Yeah.
he used to, this is too heavy for your show, man.
No, it's cool, man. It's called God Forbid for a reason. All right.
So this guy basically had the picture of Christ under his foot. So
Oh,
instead
wow.
of swearing, he just stamped his
Oh,
foot, man. Crazy.
Exactly.
Man.
Oh,
Nuts.
atheism at its finest. Cheers, 2020.
Oh my god.
It's crazy, man. Because we have the same thing. I mean, I'm born Muslim, obviously, but we never had tattoos. Were always like a big taboo.
Oh,
so
okay.
But they're part of the Libyan actual tribal culture. See, so my grandmother, for example, had tattoos. So as I was saying, with regards to tattoos, where I come from, it was mainly, taboo. You can't have tattoos.
Yeah.
Right? But then eventually, if you look at my grandmother, for example, she had proper like green tattoos.
How, man?
On her face.
No
you know what I mean?
way.
Yeah. Because in the tribes, that's what it was. Not only that, but also like proper Arab, like Bedouin, they tattooed their faces because they didn't have makeup at the time.
Oh, okay.
So it was a sign of beauty kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then you have like the lines with the tribal lines and all that, and you have these patterns that go
So
along.
how wasn't that taboo, for example? Weird.
Because some say that back at the time it was, they would say it's a sign of beauty, and then obviously if it wasn't a sign of beauty, it's what's the word I'm looking for? They were ignorant.
Okay, yeah.
They were ignorant.
Yeah, well, if you like back in the day, even in the war, they used to say if you don't have makeup, it means you're poor. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, there you go.
In fact, they used to like pierce their finger and put blood on their face to make rosy cheeks and stuff. You know?
I never knew that.
Yeah, or
Okay.
lipstick. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Malta is definitely rich with war history, especially during the
100%.
Second World War. I mean,
We were the most bombed country in the world, man. I think back in the day.
I mean, with regards to size and so, yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I was speaking of getting bummed. I saw a comedian, the TikTok guy. Just off the top of my head, I can't remember his name.
No worries, man. I'm not really
You know,
into TikTok anyway,
neither am
so-
I, but
No.
this guy is killing it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll remember his name and definitely
No
try to
worries.
remember. But he had this whole bunch of sketches done just for the war.
Oh, yeah?
Super funny stuff. Yeah, I'll pass them on to you later
Depends
on.
if he was taking a piss out of the wall.
He was a
huh?
bit. He was a bit, but it's funny.
Okay.
All right.
It's a delicate
Nevertheless,
subject, man. Especially for me because I've lost.
Of
Family
course.
as
Oh,
well, you know,
of course. Sorry about that, man.
It's all right, man.
So where are you originally from? Like Farrugia, where are you based on the
Well,
island?
my mom's English, my dad's Maltese,
Right.
so we were up and down Malta and
The UK?
England, as well. Yeah, my dad's from Sliema originally.
Right.
I'm from Sweetie. My mom's from Whitechapel, so
Nice, all
it's a
right.
pretty crazy mix.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So how was it growing up? I mean, because Malta and the UK at the time, I mean, was pretty much common
For sure.
grounds. And then,
Yeah.
then when 70s, I think it was, when Malta got its independence.
Yeah, 79.
79, yeah, exactly. So when it got its independence, kind of became like
Yeah.
the new destination, kind of the hot spot.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I love obviously my family because they're British as well. So
Fair
and I don't really remember much of when I was young, how
Right.
we were under the British or whatever, because I was like
What year were you born?
76.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, obviously you were like, really young
Yeah.
when Malta got its
Yeah,
independence. All right, I didn't know you were.
It's fine. I'm not
That's an
a-
eye opener.
I can say my age. It's fine.
Still love you. Still love you. Oh, that's awesome.
All about the heart, man.
It's all about the love. That's crazy, man. But so, with that said,
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember tough times in the 80s, though. That's for sure. As a kid, man.
So, with regards to that, I bet, of course, we
Oh,
all
man,
went through
crazy.
those. We all
Yeah.
went through those, of course. But when you see people, for example, migrants taking boats coming into Malta,
We're too small for that.
we're too small for that.
Too small for that, man. I mean, obviously, help them out and whatever.
Yeah,
but
of course.
we're too small for that, man. You know
Fair
what I
enough.
mean? There's nowhere else for us to fit, so I don't know where we're going to put other people.
Understandable.
And it's disgusting that the EU doesn't help us out because they just, when they go to Italy, they just can't send them back to us. It's ridiculous, you know? I can't understand. So something I'm not going to get involved in, but I mean,
fair enough.
you have to be humane and help them out and whatever because they're going
That's
through
the
a
whole
lot
point.
of crap
Yes,
in
of
their
course.
own country. But
Of course.
I don't know where we put them and where can you put them, you know?
No, that's totally understandable. I mean, if space is a big deal, and it's just a valid argument
Yeah.
because space is a problem. Finances, they all come with their burden on them.
Yeah.
However, the EU and the UN, I believe it's not just the EU that should help out. The UN
Oh,
should
yeah,
as well.
for sure.
And I assume that they're trying to put their efforts in, but I don't know if you know
They don't.
if you know a thing or
Not
two
enough.
about NGO work.
Yeah.
However, there's another side to it. I'm a firm. You know what I believe
Mm-hmm.
personally, and I could debate anybody. Please, by all means, do not hesitate to contact me and come on the podcast whenever you want. My issue with it is this: fix the root cause. The root cause are the issues in their country.
Of course, man. But they
You know what I
won't
mean?
give a shit.
Corrupt governments, exactly.
They won't
Who
care,
puts
man.
these corrupt governments in place? It is companies that are owned.
Man,
by the
if
EU.
we go into this, we'll be here till next week.
Exactly.
Man.
So that's my thing for it. And so if it was up to me,
No,
the
I
only
mean,
argument
I'll
I
give you
have
a
is
small
that.
snippet, right?
Yes, go ahead.
So I went to Ethiopia for a number of weeks to do charity, and we built a school and stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And like you'd walk for miles in slums. I mean, they live in cardboard boxes. Jesus Christ, these
Of course.
people. And then you'd walk a number of kilometers, and you'll see a house made of gold, man. You know? It's like I just want to burn it, man. It's ridiculous.
I'll just take the doorknob. All right, I'll see you guys later.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
It. I
And just
know.
surrounding that house, everyone is in poverty and dying on the
Wow.
streets, man. I mean,
Wow.
there are children dead on the road, man.
Wow.
Everyone has AIDS, man. Jesus,
Of course.
insane, man,
Of course.
insane. And the government just doesn't give a shit, man.
I know, and then you go and you sit in the palace where the king is or the president is
Mm-hmm.
and so on, and you'd have this 1 mile long table with food everywhere,
man,
and you have
it's,
all these people.
Don't get me started, man. When I came back, I was a mess, man. I couldn't even open the tap of the water, man, because I was thinking I was going to waste water.
Yeah,
man.
of course, man. No, 100%.
Took me a couple of weeks to try and get back into
But-
this effed up system we have, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, because they were the happiest,
But it
man.
is an eye opener, isn't it?
Oh, 100%, and they're always happy.
Yeah.
They've got nothing, man. Nothing, no electricity, no water, man. They sleep here and they crap here,
Yeah.
and their house is this big, but they're always happy.
So that's what
Ignorance
keeps
is
you.
bliss, I know, but
It's just what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Happiness
Yeah.
comes from within, and it's not what you own. You know what I mean?
100%, never, man. For sure.
Exactly.
But I mean,
But nowadays, in the world that we live in today, we're kind of programmed into,
Yeah.
wanting more
yeah.
and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Less is always more, man.
The less is always
sure.
more, definitely. And it's a huge eye opener. And as I said, personally for me, it's just fix the root cause in these countries. The problem will go away. This is something that's been happening since the 90s.
Oh, man, it's not
Gaddafi
really
was
gonna
using
go
it as
away,
as a bargaining chip with the EU anyways the whole time.
Nah, it's
you know
all
what I
about
mean? It's
money
all
and
about money and
politics,
politics
yeah, for
and
sure,
so on, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Tobes,
back to the music, yeah.
Back to music. Back to music. That's enough of that.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything you'd like to shoot in before we wrap this up?
Well, obviously they can check out my site for all the new stuff which is coming
Definitely.
out.
Which
There's
is-
a lot of
what's your
big
website?
projects. For the videos, they can check out YouTube. It's Toby Music Productions. To keep in touch, there's a Toby Music Group as well on Facebook.
Cool. It'll be in the it'll be in
SoundCloud,
the-
Mixcloud, everything. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
shoot them all to me so they'll find them
For
all
sure.
in the description.
And because I don't have any time to make my own tracks, my own track is coming out very soon on
Nice.
Konto Records in Germany.
Nice.
And that should be something big. We filmed the music video in Barcelona as well. My girlfriend's
Congratulations.
actually singing on that. So
Congratulations.
It's gonna be
That's
something
awesome.
different.
Looking forward to
That'll be
hearing
out
that.
soon.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to hearing that. No, that's really cool, man. Thank you so much for popping by, man.
No, thanks for having me, man.
Dude, we're live from Crossroads, and if you guys want to meet us up, pop by whenever you want. We'll probably be hanging
Sure
out here
thing.
a
For sure,
few
man.
nights later, probably sometime this week.
Yeah,
and this was recorded on a Tuesday. It'll be released on Thursday.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
probably the weekend we would be either here or at Exiles.
Yeah, for sure, man. Cheers. Thanks
Cheers,
for having
man.
me, bro.
Hey, you're welcome,
Awesome,
man. We'll wrap this one up. Thanks, guys. Peace out.